I should have brought a napkin. I'm gonna get that up. Just don't sit nothing in that. I don't have a tissue in there or nothing. I'm gonna use y'all as my mirror. Oh, this don't even have no color. Jesus. Hey, Phoenix. Hey, Diana. What's up, y'all? Child. T-Mobile let me down. Let me down. Do you hear me? Let me down, girl. So, I'm gonna just go and get started. I don't care how many people in here. So, is it a spider? Because I was about to throw the whole computer away, child. Because I thought I saw a spider. Thank you. I just took my twisties down. I'm going to probably wash it tomorrow because after I take my twisties down, I guess because my hair, was twisted for stay twisted for 2 weeks or whatever. And I'm just constantly spraying leave-in conditioner on top of, have 2-week-old hair. When I first take my twisties down, it be set, the curls be curling, and they be kind of hard. And I don't really want to comb them out because I'm really tender-headed. But if I give it a couple of days, me sleeping on it and stuff will soften it up naturally. So I can wash it. So I'll probably wear it untwisted for a couple of days, and then I'll probably wash it Wednesday. Yeah, mine don't be floppy. No, girl, I ain't gonna do right. I'm using the African Pride leave-in. Thank you, Karima Shabazz. I'm using the African Pride, the spray leave-in right now. So I'm gonna have to wait at least until Wednesday. It'll be done softened up and shrunk back down like the curls or those extra waves. Cause my hair is naturally curly, but the curls is tight. So after a couple of days, it'll go back to that tight stage. Cause see, right now it's stretched out. Well, it's stretched halfway out. Cause you know how our black hair do magic. Just be doing all kind of magical tricks out here. So by Wednesday, it should have reverted back to its true natural state without the little coily things. So let me tell y'all. So yesterday, I went to T-Mobile to upgrade my phone because my phone had been acting weird. It's an iPhone 11. It had been acting strange. So I took it to T-Mobile a couple of months ago, and they were like, yeah, we can't fix it, but you have Apple Care, and you can just go to the Apple store, and they'll give you another one. So I was like, the phone is paid for. Why would I want another iPhone 11 when they're on the 13 now? So my husband was like, yeah, if you don't want to just go get another 11 from the Apple store, just, go on in and get you a 13. So we go to T-Mobile. Now, we normally bypass the T-Mobile by our house because we found them somewhat, no, they always stayed busy. And during, you know, the whole shutdown stuff, you had to wait outside. They had to check you in. You had to wait. You couldn't come in the store. Then, only one person. It was just too much stuff going on. So we started going to one a little bit farther from our house, which is in Vallejo. So we went there yesterday to get my phone. And so what I wanted to do was, since my business phone was an Android, I wanted to have that one turned off and have that number sent over to the iPhone 11. Follow me. I was going to get an iPhone 13, but I was going to leave the iPhone 11 turned on because I can still talk and all of that kind of stuff. It was the apps that were slower and something was going on with the Wi-Fi. So I said, I'll leave that on as my business phone. Explained all that to the sales associate who was helping me. She understood it. She understood the whole transaction. So I had the iPhone 11. So she had to put a SIM card in the iPhone 11 to change it to the Android phone that I had. So I was like, okay. So then we get ready to do the iPhone 13. Me purchasing the iPhone 13. And, so I was like, well, what is the difference between the 13 and the 11? And she said, well, the 13 is bigger, for one thing, and the camera. She didn't say nothing else. So I was like, okay, well, what colors does it come in? And so she went to the back and she came back with the colors so I could, pick the one that I wanted. And I picked, I don't even know if you can see it because I have the case on, but I picked the blue. And it's got a flower case on it. So if you want us to see the difference, I don't think you can really see it with the cases on. This is the 13 and this is the 11. And I think the 11 just looks big because this case is on it, but it's really not that big. I don't know if you can tell. It's plugged in. I don't feel like unplugging it. But anyway, so she went and got the 13. Took it out the box and put the screensaver on. Then she put the case on. And then she, synced the 11 to the 13. So all the stuff could transfer. So she was doing that, and she was asking me, every time it prompted for me to put my PIN number in or password or whatever, I would do that. Here comes another customer. And there was another sales associate helping him. He started asking some really kind of detailed questions. She stopped what she was doing with me and was helping him. But the dude he wasn't legitimately asking for her help because there was another associate just wandering around. So she took it upon herself to stop helping me to start helping him. So she went over there and helped him with the computer real quick and then came back because their stations were next to each other. Then he was telling the other dude, they were talking. The customer and the sales associate were both men. They were talking to each other. The wife of the customer was standing behind him. I think that was a cultural thing because she wasn't, saying anything. She had the burqa on and she was really quiet. They were talking about the customer's trip. That's why he was there getting phones, because he was going out of the country. And he started rambling off all of these countries that he was going to. Turkey being one of them. Turkey, Istanbul. I think I'm saying that right. She got excited and she was like, "Oh yeah, the insurance covered this, and I've always wanted to go there." Mind you, my phones is still. I don't know what they doing. Because I'm not a T-Mobile professional, so I'm just sitting there, waiting. She jumps in their conversation talking to them. So maybe about 10 minutes passed by. She just said, "Oh, you're ready," and hands me both of the phones and this little bag right here and my papers, like the receipt and stuff. Sit down, bag. Shit. The receipt and stuff. So, I put the phone. This is where I messed up at. I put the phone in my purse because we were getting ready to go to the movies, and we were on a crunch for time. So I put the phone in my purse because I knew I'm not about to use the phone. I'm with my husband. It's nobody for me to call. And get to the movies, I turn the phone off. So I don't turn the phone back on until we get home. When I get home, the phone is not even completely set up. The phone was still asking for passwords and Apple ID. So I finished the setup process. She ain't finished setting up the phone. I finished the setup process and I'm like, "Oh, I wonder what the ringtone sounds like." First I said, "Oh, let me call my husband and see what he doing." Mind you, he in the other room, but I still wanted to call him on my new phone. Guess what it say? Call failed. And I said, that can't be right. Let me try to call somebody else. So I called my business phone. Guess what it said? Call failed. So I said, okay, well, something going on here. So then I go in the room and, like beads of sweat. It's starting to come up on my forehead. Because I'm like, I know she didn't. So I go in there and tell my husband to call me. Call the phone and see if it rings. Straight to voicemail. So we look on YouTube. What does it mean? Call fail, iPhone 13. You have no SIM card. Check your SIM card. And my husband opened the phone because they give you the little key for the SIM card. It's in your box with your phone. So my husband used the little thing, opened up the little slot where the SIM card could be. Guess what? It was empty. She didn't give me a SIM card for my new phone. She's so busy talking to someone else's customer that she messed her own customer up. So by then, when I realized, when my husband showed me I ain't had no SIM card, I was ready to fight. But guess what time it was? 10 o'clock at night. Guess how long T-Mobile had been closed? About 3-4 hours. I wanted to fight. So, and I'm not even going to tell you how much the down payment for that phone was. I ain't going to tell you that. We're going to skip over that part. You probably could figure that out if you've ever gotten a phone from T-Mobile. So we didn't put money on the phone that don't even have a SIM card and can't even be used? Is what you telling me? Okay. But that's not the end, though. That's not the end. So then my husband's like, okay, babe, don't worry about it. Because he knew I was getting frustrated. Because by then, my whole face sweating. Nose, forehead, everything. Because I sweat. I sweat in like my T-zone. This where all the sweat be. Just all up in here. Okay. We'll get up in the morning and we'll go to T-Mobile. I'm going to read y'all comments when I get finished because y'all know I can't see. We're going to get up in the morning and we're going to go to T-Mobile closest to our house. He said because it should be nothing for them to pop a SIM card in your phone. So we get up there and young man helping us. He looked like he was in his 30s or maybe late 20s. I don't know, because I really wasn't looking at him like that. I just wanted to, I was already mad and I was trying not to take it out on them because they ain't had shit to do with it. It was a whole different T-Mobile. So he asked me what's going on and I told him. And he was like, okay, so he walked off. I guess he went to get the SIM card. And he came back. And then he asked my husband, is that your mom? Did y'all hear me? Huh? Did you hear me? I'm going to say it again. He asked my husband, was I his mother? Is that your mom? And I was like, flabbergasted. And after he did it, my husband was like, what? That's my wife. And so then the dude would not make eye contact with me. He just started working on my phone. He would not look at me. Because I think, sometimes God himself will get off of his throne and fix it so that you don't go to jail. And God came down to that T-Mobile store and said, don't you look at her. If you look at her, you're going to die. That dude cut off all visual sight of me. I couldn't will his ass to look at me. And I think if he had looked at me, but wait, there's more. He put the SIM card in. He called my husband's number to make sure that the phone was working and, it was getting ringbacks and all that. Handed me the phone, backhanded pass. I said, okay. I feel you because I wouldn't look either. I wouldn't make eye contact. I waited. I went home. Me and my husband talking shit all the way to the house. I waited till I got here, honey, and turned on my ceiling fan and opened my windows and let that breeze come through. And then I picked up the phone. I said, can I speak to the person that just helped me with the SIM card in my iPhone 13? And he was like, whoever answered the phone was like, oh, he's with a customer right now. Can I help you? I said, yeah, well, can I speak to his supervisor? I went on a phone spree, and I'm not finished yet. I said, can I speak to a supervisor? And the guy was like, oh, yeah, that's me. I said, oh, okay, well, let me tell you what just happened and how your employee is age shaming people. And he was like, huh? I said, yeah, I just came into the store to get my SIM card put into my phone because the T-Mobile I went to yesterday forgot to do it. And your employee in wanted to ask my husband, why don't you add her to your plan? Instead of just saying add her to your plan, he said, is this your mother? And I said, you don't know what type of mental health place a person is in. I'm already having issues with my gray hair. Okay? They bother the hell out of me. Now, you guys can't see them. Yeah. See? Right there? See that? It's on both sides. Okay? It's right here, and right here. That's where the... And in the middle. Okay, it's a lot going on. It's just all over my head. I'm already having issues with that. Okay? Like, my mental health is fragile around my gray hair. Around my hair, period. I'm just learning my hair because I've had dreads for so long. I'm learning my hair. So my hair, the texture, the length, the gray, all of that is a trigger for me mentally. It don't take much for someone to say something about my hair that will hurt my feelings. Like a friend of mine, and I know she care about me, made a little slick comment about, why don't you comb your hair? For one thing, it hurts to comb my hair. Like my hair, I'm tender-headed. I don't like to comb to go through it. Now I see what my mama was going through when I was a little kid. Because I'm I think when I was younger, though, my hair was a lot softer than it is now. And I think it was more manageable to comb it. Plus, it was, like 8, 9. It was longer than what it is now. And you have more to hold on to when you're trying to, brush from the ends. It's kind of hard to grab this. And I'm trying to brush from the ends to brush all the way up. It's just a lot going on. So I told him, I said, I'm sensitive about my gray hair, my mental health. Some days can be extremely fragile. And the last fucking thing I needed to hear was someone ask my husband, am I his mama? Do you know how that made me feel? Like, he didn't have to fucking ask that question, period. And the guy was like, the supervisor was like, I'm so sorry. I can imagine how that made you feel. Then something rolls up in me, that bad spirit that I be trying to hold down sometime. The vulture Oshun in me was like, now what if I had tore up your whole store? Y'all would have called the police on me. What if I had cussed his ass out? Then you would have wanted to call the police and put my picture on the front of the store and label me as the angry black woman. Yeah, I was mad. I said, now if I come back up in there with some of this hot ass voodoo, he was like, no, ma'am. No, please don't do that. I said that. I said, if I come back in there with some of this hot ass voodoo, he said, don't do that. Ma'am, please don't do that. He was like, I am so sorry. Please don't come back up here with that. I said, well, tell your employee that you never know who you disrespecting. You never know who feelings you done hurt. You never know who you then pushed and they was already at their limit. And thank God I wasn't at my limit because I had a good day yesterday. Even after the debacle with my phone, I had legit had a good day. But you don't never know who done had a bad day. And then something you say tipped them all the way over the fucking edge. I just wasn't over the edge. I was close to that bitch though. Really close. So, of course, the manager apologized profusely. Profusely apologized. Terry Hoskins said, "Me too. I shaved my head due to illness and now it's growing back. It's coming in gray and the texture is different. I am very sensitive about my hair." That is me. Like, if you know me, you know I just cut my dreads off. And my husband, when you cut your dreads, you only have so much hair. So was trying to even it out. He would let it grow in a little bit. We would even it out again, let it grow out a little bit, even it out again until, it started to look decent to me. And then I just let it grow out. And this is, how much hair I've gotten so far. Because it was pretty short. There you go. But black girl magic. I can make my own hair disappear. I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive sometimes about all of this gray because there are times when I really do feel like my gray hair makes me look old and I've been gray for so long. Now, in my 30s, I was constantly dyeing my hair because my hair started to turn. I started seeing my first gray hairs when I was around 10, 11 years old. By the time I was in my 20s, we were 10% gray. 5 to 10% gray. In my 30s, we were a good 40%. So I'm in my 50s now. And I stopped dyeing my hair constantly when I got my dreads. I wasn't dyeing it as often. So when I cut my dreads and I cut my hair short and it started to grow, really grow back in, I started to notice how much of my hair was really gray. So I started dyeing it again. And if you were with me last year, I think I had purple, lavender. I tried to do pink, but it didn't really take that well. And blue. And so this time I was trying to get close to my natural hair color. So I did it dark blonde or something. And I actually like this color. So I am going to keep using this color. And it's a demi-permanent. It's not a permanent. And it doesn't feel like it changed the texture of my hair or, made my hair brittle or anything. But that's a trigger for me. That's definitely a trigger for me. Is my gray hair and someone saying that I look old. That's my trigger. You wanna push my buttons, that's all you gotta do. I just told you what you can do. But I ain't told you what I would do to you if you do that. So I gave you the ammunition. It's up to you. Yeah, I'm like, does he realize I will be 60 in 2 years? I will be 58 in August. So what am I supposed to look like? I think I look age appropriate. I think I look how somebody my age is supposed to look. I have a son that will be 35 in October. So, but I don't think I look 70. Shit. Yeah, I'll take 40 any day. I'll take 40 because I'm about to be 60 in 2 years. People are so callous about people being sensitive anymore. Sensitive isn't a dirty word. The world could use a lot more sensitive people. It's the fact that other people don't think about other people's feelings at all. You just say shit. You just say stuff and don't even care about how that may affect the other person. I don't care what they going through. And I have like tried to turn over this leaf where I didn't allow people to bother me. If people said something to me, I, slough that off. I won't see their ass ever again. But I think I'm gonna have to go back to the old Lashana, where you just wasn't given them many chances. I checked your ass on sight. Because what in the hell is wrong with these people? So then I had to call up to the T-Mobile in Vallejo and tell them what the girl had did. How she basically ignored me as a customer to go help another customer and didn't even finish the job she was doing with me. Which caused me to have to cuss out the T-Mobile people in Pinole. I'm so over T-Mobile. I'm so over them. Like he didn't have to say, "Is that your mom?" He could have just said, "If you would like to add her to your plan, I can show you how to do that." He didn't have to figure out who I was. Why does it matter who I am? Just give him the information and let's go from there. Now, if I had said something crazy to him like, "Why does it matter who I am? You trying to holler at him or something?" No, I ain't his mama. I'm his wife. The fuck? Now, if I had said that, then everybody in the T-Mobile place would have been turning around looking at me. But then I would have said what happened, and we would have just had to go from there. But I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to be the angry black woman because they're always looking for us, but they do shit to make us angry. It's like they want us to be angry. They do stuff to make us angry, and then when they make us angry, oh, there go one right there. There go one, go get her. There go one of them angry black women. But you just said something to make me angry. I was just like, you know what, Lashana, get your phone and get the hell out of here before you go to jail today. Intuitively, and Sync said, "I actually thought your husband was older than you." You know what? I am older. I am the oldest. But by 8 months, though. I ain't old enough to be his mama. I'm older by 8 months. And this is a running joke between me and my husband, but I know he's playing. He's known me since I was 17 years old. I know he playing. He always say, "Well, I got an older woman anyway." And by older, he means 8 months. He was born in 1965. I was born in 1964. We're 8 months apart. So, technically, I am the oldest, but I ain't old enough to be his mama. Shit. I was like, well, maybe it was what I had on. Maybe, what I had on was matronly looking. I have to wear Daisy Dukes and crop tops and be out here doing too much? No, I'm not doing all that shit. But you're not gonna disrespect me either. Yes, Luke, as soon as you angry, they ignore your complaint and tell themselves you are being emotional and wrong. It's like they want to make people angry to disregard them. Soon as you get mad. That's why I try not to get mad in public places because that's the first thing they're going to do. Oh, she's black. They get mad like that all the time. They can't control their anger. That's why I would rather come home and talk to the person on the phone than, because see, for one thing, if I tell you that you doing something wrong and you try to tell me that you not in the wrong, I'm in the wrong, that's going to make me mad and I'm just going to get louder and louder, and I know how I am. So I would rather call you on the phone, and that way I can get as loud as I want with your ass and nobody else will know it except for the people here in my house and you. So I called and um talked to him. Phoenix said, "You do. I'm pushing 40, and you got the good black my aunties have." That run in my family. All of us look about the same. We all look. We don't look older than our age, and you just not gonna tell me. My husband is 57. You're not gonna tell me I look like I'm 70. I look old enough to be his mother. You're not gonna tell me that. Because I know what a 70-year-old black woman looks like because I live with one. And she look good. But I don't look like her. So I don't know if he had a problem with black women or he don't understand the whole black girl magic. I don't know what his problem was. But yeah. I talked to his supervisor, and I'm probably going to message T-Mobile and let them know what happened. I'm probably going to message them and let them know what happened. Also, you go up the chain. You just keep going. If I have to, I'll send them pictures. I'll send the top people pictures of what we look like. Yeah, Phoenix, that don't make no sense. Why is the taxes on the iPhone so much? When the woman told me that the taxes alone were almost $200, I was like, what? She was like, yeah, the fees and the taxes. Now the heifer could tell me how much the phone was, what the fees, the taxes, and all that, but she couldn't put a damn SIM card in my phone to start it up. She couldn't do that part. She printed out all this. She printed all this stuff. She gave me this. She gave me the papers. I had to sign these papers. But she couldn't put the SIM card in the phone. But she didn't forget that money. She didn't forget that. Yeah, he was pale. He was racially ambiguous. I couldn't tell what he was. But he looked like he had a little bit of us in him. He looked like he had a little bit of melanin, but I couldn't tell if his melanin was Cuban melanin or what. I don't know what it was, but he was something. He was racially ambiguous, but normally if it's racially ambiguous and they have melanin in them, they know that black women, you can't never tell how old a black woman is. He should have knew that. And I could tell that the supervisor, I could tell he was black. I could tell he was from a conversation. He was like, "Oh no, no, no. We definitely don't want you to come up here and no, we definitely did not want you to tap this store. No, we didn't." And when I mentioned that voodoo, he was like, "Please don't come back here. They probably gonna flag my account now." He was like, "No, don't, no, don't do that. Don't. You don't have to do that. Don't do that. I'll please, please. I'll take care of it. Don't do that." I was like, you know what? I should just get my habit on me and put on all white and just go up there tomorrow and just look around. Oh, I'm just looking. Or put on my voodoo hat and my bones necklace. I should do that. And just, just walk around and look. That's what I should do. He better hope when I go to bed tonight that the spirits come and just cleanse my whole memory of today. Because I could just get in one of my moods and put on my little voodoo hat, put on my bones necklace, you know, take my little voodoo doll, and we just be walking all around T-Mobile. That's what I should do. Tomorrow. Because I ain't got nothing else to do. And I should have my husband film me. I should have my husband film it. Because he got some spy glasses. We be going to like doctor's appointments and stuff. Because they say you can't film at the doctor's appointments. But I ain't going to tell you which one. But anyway, he be putting on these spy glasses. And they just look like regular glasses. But they got like a little thing on the inside where you turn them on. And they will film everything going on in the room. Just like you looking at it, your glasses will film it. So I have my husband come up there and film the whole thing, and I just walk around and with my little voodoo doll. I just put my little top hat on and just walk around the store, and then just walk out. I'm just that petty. Yeah, I'm just that petty. To just walk in there, put on my hat, get my doll. But see, I would want him to be at work though. I would want him to be there. Or his co-workers could be, see, that lady said she was going to come up here with this shit. And they'll tell him, she came up here. Oh yeah, they work good too. They really work. Because we've used them before, like when we were house hunting and we wanted to look at the house, but we didn't want to film. Because when you're filming something, you're missing, nuances. You're not, seeing it like you're seeing it. So my husband filmed it, and we were still able to go home later and, look at it and talk about it. These were for places that we actually put a bid on. Obviously, we didn't win, but it was still a good tool to use. And I don't think they're that expensive. They can't call nobody if you don't say anything. If you just walking around looking, I wouldn't say a word. I would just walk around and look. Just walk around and look at them. I wouldn't say a word. You ain't seen my voodoo hat? Y'all ain't seen my hat that I got from my ancestors? Do I got on clothes? Yeah, I do. I was gonna say what I got on at the bottom because I don't want y'all to see my bottoms, but I got on clothes. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna go get it. I actually have two. I have the top hat and this one. It's a little smaller than the top hat. I'll put this on. I got my necklace. And I just walk around the store. Just walk around the store and look. And when I get tired of looking, I'll put my leggings on. I'll be in all white. When I get tired of looking, I'll just walk out. What they gonna say? What can they say? Can I help you? Yeah, I'm here to look at the Apple Watches. That's what I'm here to look at. They can't say nothing. Make one. If you can find the symbols, you can make any kind of hat you want. Yeah, I've worn it a few times. I've worn it a few times. If I missed anything y'all said, let me know. Now, let me talk about one more thing. There has been, I said I wanted to get in the reaction part of YouTube, making reaction videos, but I don't want to limit myself to just the people in this little sector that I watch, the mukbang sector. I don't want to limit myself to just making reactions to their videos. I want to do reactions to some of the spiritual videos I watch also. Because, of course, those people are on a totally different vibration. Totally different than the people who are in like these mukbang sectors, the tea sectors, the beef sectors. They're on a totally different vibration also. But one thing I've noticed that a lot of the black women that are in these sectors, the majority of them are single, living by themselves women. Not apparently because they make videos, you're kind of seeing what's, going on around them. They never make any videos with they've said that they were single. So, you can't say, well, how do you know that they're single? The majority of them have said that they're single. So, that you can tell who they are by how they present themselves on camera. Just like the Bible says, you can tell a fruit you can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears. An apple tree is not going to bear pears. You're not going to pull pears off a apple tree. So, one thing I've noticed is a lot of these women are just busybodies, just bitter women who don't have anything to do but sit on the internet, scour the internet for information to use against other people. And I don't want to become that person. Like, I like doing reaction videos. It's interesting to me sometimes to see how people interpret other people's videos or the things that they see in other people's videos that are important. Like, I like to see people do that, but I don't like to see people just use other people's videos to tear them down. Like, someone will come to my video and say, I don't see what that pink thing is hanging right there. And she always got that little piece of brown showing. What is that? That's probably the box that she's sleeping in, or her little habit door. That's probably the door that she opens to go back in there with the other habits that she lived with. Because isn't she like a little habit or troll or something? That kind of stuff is the stuff that I don't like. Just, if you want to talk about what's going on in my background, just say I don't see anything but a light switch and whatever's going on right there. Because somebody watched my video one time and was like, that's a really big light switch. It's a normal size light switch with two, one for inside and one for outside. Normal light switch. But like, why? Why did they even have to comment on what did the light switch do? Like, that light switch triggered you so bad that you had to say that's a really big light switch. Like, seriously, it's a normal size light switch. But they get on here and they talk about other people's background that they could see in videos, the person's nose and eyes and what they had for dinner yesterday, and what they think their house smell like. And I'm just like, some of it is too much. It's a lot. And I feel like the only reason why they can do all of that is because they don't have a life. Because if you had a life, if you had a dog to take care of or a husband to cook and clean up for, you wouldn't have that type of energy. You wouldn't have that type of time to be digging through people's old videos, finding out this, that, and the other about the other person. If I talk about somebody, it's normally about the video of them that I just watched. I'm not going to go back through 2 years of your videos unless it's a video that YouTube put in my recommended. But to just go to your channel and go through your videos and piece together your... no, I can't do that. I'm not going to be able to do that. I wanted to do discussion and teaching videos to people on life and spirituality. Do that. Just, I'm talking about people who review other people's or do reactions to other people's videos. Just keep the reaction lighthearted. You don't have to be, and some of these people argue for days, months. How can you talk about the same person, but it brings you views and it makes you money on YouTube? When you get on here and you beefing with somebody and the beef is good, because I'm like dead in the middle of the one between Loca Libra, I think it's Loca Libra, and Tasty Talks. I'm in the middle of that. I'm watching that train wreck right now. And even with that, even when it's super funny, and I know some of that stuff should not be funny because we are talking about two human beings. These are two real people. This is not two Tyler Perry characters. These are real people. And some of the stuff that's coming up is, really hard stuff to digest. And sometimes I have to ask myself, like, why are you here? Like, why do you find that humorous? But there is a weird, dark side to me. Unless, now the one thing that I don't like is gore. I don't like to watch gory stuff. But dark humor, and if somebody reading somebody down, I'm usually here. I'm usually here for it. I am. That's that, you know, that not always sweet Oshun. I have that. But, there are times I know when, that kind of stuff is not appropriate in my life. And I will fast from that type of stuff periodically where I won't digest any of that into my system. I'll stay away from all of that kind of stuff. Um, if I'm really praying for something and really trying to get my mind right, I don't allow that, craziness into my system. But if I know I'm not going to be doing anything and I'm not really going to be taking myself serious that day, yeah, I will allow that in and I will kiki and kaka. But I'm not, I don't know none of these people personally. So I'm not going to take any of this serious. And I think that's where some subscribers start to have problems. They start to really take this stuff serious. Like if you like a certain content creator, like y'all like me, and if you hear somebody saying something about me, you got to jump in the fight. Don't jump in unless I ask you to. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm going to get them. So unless I ask you, you don't have to jump in no fight with me. Let me fight. Because what if you jump in and you get beat up? Like this woman came over, she was mad at me because I said something about Tasty Talks, and she felt like it was, her. She had to pick up that mantle and run her ass over here to take up for Tasty Talks. And she was like, why are you talking about her? Blah, blah. I said the same reason you done brought your dumb ass over here bothering me. Don't take up for nobody else. Especially not nobody that I done talked about. Because if you come over here with some bullshit, I'm going to give it to you. I most definitely am. And especially this week. This is probably not the week to mess with me. Because I done already been mad twice. So, you come over here messing with me this week, you are most definitely going to get cussed out. This the week. This is definitely the week to mess with Omo Shun, and she go to the Chinese market and get some chicken feet and put your name on them. This is definitely that week. Because I'm still thinking about getting dressed up in the morning and going right on back over there to T-Mobile and just walking around. Because he pissed me off. Like, don't ask no crazy questions about people. That's like you seeing a woman and her stomach is larger than what you think it should be, and you ask her if she's pregnant. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you can really tip somebody over the edge with those type of questions. You can really, really get your feelings hurt. And let's talk about one more thing before I get off of here. Who who told, is it Saucy Santana or Salty Santana? Who told Saucy Santana that women need gay men? Like, need. Like, we can't do our makeup or hair or dress ourselves without a gay best friend. Who told him that? Who led him to believe that? Because he got on stage at one of the LGBTQ concerts and said if it wasn't for gay men, we wouldn't be nothing. Because it's the gays that's doing our hair, doing our nails, doing our makeup, and dressing us. What? We were doing our own hair and nails and makeup and picking out our own clothes before we start paying y'all to do it. You are doing us a service. Just like we go and pay the mechanic to fix our car, we pay you to do our hair. You're doing us a service, and we don't have to get you. We don't. I've never had a gay person not even do my hair. My the guy that used to do my hair was a guy, but he was straight. He was straight as all outdoors. Married, kids, he was straight. I ain't never had nobody gay do my nails. The only person that has ever done my nails was Asian. I ain't never had nobody gay do my makeup. When I went to the MAC counter, it was a black lady. So, I'm confused. The only thing I've ever had consistently in my lifetime gay was a musician and a choir director. That's it. That's it. So I want him to understand that, yeah, okay, maybe in Atlanta. Maybe in Atlanta. But just because those are the jobs that they hold in Atlanta does not mean that the women cannot do that for themselves. We hired you to do it. That's the job you chose. You chose that job. We didn't tell you to start doing wigs. You wanted to go to beauty school. We didn't tell you to start doing, no one told you to do that. No one just told, oh, all the gay people have to do wigs and do nails and do make. No one told you to do that, sir. Y'all chose to do that. That's what I want him to understand. You know, don't say women, y'all need to step y'all game up because without the gays, y'all, what? We would do it ourselves. Do you know after COVID how many women had to start doing their own nails and lashes and everything else? Because they couldn't go to the shops and do it. It's more women out here doing nails and lashes now than ever black than ever before. And if we ain't hustling, starting our little nail business and lash business, we at home doing it for ourselves. But see, y'all build these monsters. Y'all pump these people's heads up. And then when they turn into a monster, you be like, how did they get like that? Because y'all was the one, yes, girl, yes, queen. And then when they start acting crazy, you get mad. But yeah, the video is circulating. This it's on the Shade Room if you want to see it. He called himself a stupid young person about the Blue Ivy stuff. So he's still stupid? Hey, Gina Queen Diva. So he's still stupid? Yeah, I've never had anybody gay do my hair. The dude that did my hair, he used to do my hair when I used to get a perm and haircut and all that kind of stuff. He was straight. Really nice guy too. Oh, people used to ask me if I was pregnant. Somebody asked me after I had my baby. My baby was only like a couple of months. My baby was like a couple of months old, and the woman asked me when was I due, and I was like, my baby is a couple of months old, and she was like, oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, that's happened to me. I was thinking about going out there and drawing a symbol in front of their door, but they'll see me. They'll see me on the camera, and then they'll put me on the news, and then y'all have to do a GoFundMe to get me out of jail. Would y'all? If I go to jail because I did something spiritually, would y'all start a blue Phoenix? I need you to be over the GoFundMe if I go to jail doing something spiritual. Phoenix is in charge of the GoFundMe because y'all gonna have to get me out of jail, okay? Because y'all gonna have to be standing outside the jail with the free Omo Oshun signs. I want y'all dressed in white. You have to be dressed in white. It don't have to be skirts. It could be white sweatpants, white t-shirt. Y'all come dressed in white with the little signs that say free Omo Oshun because I can't be staying in jail over no mess. You can't do a GoFundMe for legal? Oh Lord, let me stay out of jail then. Well, can't you do a crowdfunding or what is the other one? Or is that GoFundMe? That shows how much I know. Ain't it another one? Lord, I ain't trying to go to jail. I ain't going to jail then. I ain't doing it. I'm not gonna draw the signs because I know if I draw the signs, they're gonna see me on their camera because I know they got a camera. Um, I'll do a peaceful protest. I just go in and won't say nothing. I'm gonna make sure I keep my mouth shut because I'm not going to Santa Rita. Plus, I don't want to make the news and my kids have to be like, I knew you was eventually gonna do something stupid. I knew you was. Especially my youngest son. He's just gonna be like, I knew this was eventually gonna happen. Now look at you. Because he's not the excited, get loud type of person. He be like, I knew you was gonna do it. Now look at you. We out here trying to raise money to get you out of jail. I ain't gonna do it, y'all. I ain't gonna do it. Don't worry, Phoenix. I see. I didn't put you in charge of the money and everything, but don't worry about it, girl, cause I ain't going. I'm definitely not going to Santa Rita. No, thank you. I ain't going to jail. I ain't got too old for jail. I couldn't. I. I've never been there, and for that reason, because I know that I would literally be in there crying, and somebody would hurt my feelings, and no, I'm not doing all that. Don't worry about it, Phoenix girl. We good. I ain't going. I'm not. Definitely not going. And my husband is probably not even gonna let me go back up there tomorrow. He gonna be like, no, that was yesterday. We have to keep moving forward. We're not gonna go backwards. I know you would, Phoenix. That's why I was putting you over the money. Cause I know you would act right. I know you and Kay. I know y'all gonna do me right. I put you over the money, girl. I'm not going nowhere. I just left this little hat. I'm gonna start wearing my little hat more often. Maybe people will start taking me serious. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I just look too nice. I do look like I could be somebody's grandma. And maybe, people just feel like they can treat me any kind of way. Because, there is a such thing as age discrimination. And I have noticed that people are starting to give me a little less respect than what they used to. I have. Or either this generation is just, different and they just disrespectful, period. But it's just starting to seem like people, now that I'm over 50, people kind of think they can say whatever they want to say because I'm not going to snap. Yes, the fuck I will. Yeah, I will. I will clap back. Yes, I will. I think that's the thing. I really do. I think people be like, oh, she in her 50s. She ain't gonna clap back. Ain't no clap back left in her. Yes, it is. So maybe I need to start, leaving the house with my little hat more often. Cause I don't know. Or I'm just sick of people. Maybe I've probably, reached that threshold where I'm just sick and tired of people. I don't like people no more. I just don't. So, we went to see, what was it called? Lightyear? Something. I don't know. Lightyear, I think. We went to see that last night. And if you have kids, I think they'll like it. I mean, if you really like the story, you'll like it. Because my husband really liked it. And he really likes the whole Toy Story from the beginning to where we are now. Like, he really likes that. He's really into animation. He does he got animation books and programs and all kind of stuff on his computer. That's like his thing. So he really liked it. For me, I'm not necessarily animated movie lover. I mean, there are some that I really like. Like, I liked Inside Out. I liked the little Red. Was it Red? Was it called Red? Something where she turned into the little thing, the little panda, red panda, something. I like that. I like Toy Story. I like the first one, but I'm not really. That's not really my thing. But I mean, the movie was cute. I think GoFundMe doesn't support individuals associated with financial crime. Well, this won't be a financial crime. trying to take nothing. I'm just trying to scare the people. But we're not going. We ain't going to jail, girl. Stop Googling that. We're definitely not going. I'm not going nowhere. But to take me a nap. That's it, y'all. Did anything interesting happen this weekend? It was Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. I put it on the community wall. Yesterday was Juneteenth. I had on a t-shirt that said I am Black History. Um and we went to the movies. I'm looking at this lady because it looked like she got on the same pants as me. But I have to remember that a lot of people shop at Walmart. So when I see somebody with the same pants as mine, I'll be like, okay, they went to Walmart. Um, the Warriors parade was today. The Warriors championship parade was today in San Francisco. They had I don't know if it was a parade or something yesterday for Juneteenth in Oakland. I didn't go. No, girl, no, you not gonna talk me into it because I ain't going to jail. That's for sure. They had a Juneteenth parade in Oakland. We didn't go because my son, I cooked breakfast for the fathers yesterday, and so my son came over, and he was like, "Yeah, you can't even get downtown. The Lake Merritt freeway exit was shut down. I guess they were trying to control the traffic coming into that particular area, so they shut that freeway down because it can get really congested when they have things around the lake because a lot of people don't want to stop. Is the parking is horrible over there, so it's like they're driving slow because they're trying to see what's going on over there, and it's slowing down the traffic, backing the traffic up on the freeway and everything. So I guess they said, okay, we're not going to deal with that. We're just going to shut this exit down. So you would either have to go through downtown to come towards the lake or past the lake and go back. So my son was like, don't even go there. We ain't even go that way. You watch P Valley and Nollywood movies. I didn't go outside. I usually help with the parade and whatnot, but I've been off center since coming back from out of town. Me and my husband went to a marketplace called Afro Soca Love. We've been 3 times and love it. Oh, that sounds interesting. But that's where the farmers market is too for downtown Oakland, was where they had the the Juneteenth thing. So looked like everything must have been good because I didn't see anything. I don't know if any of my grandkids went to. Let me see. Is this them there? No. They went to the Juneteenth thing. I don't know if any of them went to the parade today because when it used to be in Oakland, they would go. So I don't know if they went this time because it was in San Francisco. Oh, and we tried the um Snoop Dogg red. What is it called? Cali Red wine. Yesterday. I didn't like it, but I think it's because I don't like red wine. Because it just, I don't know. I don't know what. Maybe I was expecting. Okay, I don't like anything if it don't taste like Moscato. So I guess I really don't like wine because if it's not sweet like Moscato, I'm not gonna like it. So I don't think I would be, um, I don't think, gosh, why did it see right there? I don't know. Facebook is changing and it's getting on my nerves. I don't think I will be trying that one again because I only like sweet wine. And my husband, he didn't mind. He drank it. And yeah, we were drinking it out of whiskey glasses because I didn't feel like getting the wine glasses. So that's it, y'all. I'm about to do what Gizmo is doing and find me a place to curl up and take a nap because I woke up early. I woke up early this morning because I knew we was going to T-Mobile to get that phone situation taken care of early enough for my husband to come home and do all of the things he likes to do before he goes to work. So, um, I need to get off here and order Gizmo's food on um, Chewy.com. But see, I'm trying to make sure that this is actually the food that he likes before I put in an order for the food. Now, this is the second week, and he's been eating it every day except for a few days. And I think he didn't eat it those days because it was the days that my husband fed him. And my husband he took a fork and like mashed the food down. And I don't think Gizmo liked that. I said, take it out the can and break it up. He took it out the can and mashed it, broke it up, but mashed it together. So it just looked like a thing of brown mashed potatoes in his bowl. And he didn't like it. He only likes for you to do it a certain way. And so he didn't eat it yesterday morning. But when I fed him yesterday evening and did it the way he likes it, he ate it. So I'm like, okay. Because if I order all of this food from Chewy.com, if I order like a case and his ass decide that ain't what I want, my husband is going to be mad at me. He ain't going to be mad at Gizmo. He going to be mad at me. Like, why did you order all that food? You know how that dog is? So, I don't want to order a lot. So, I don't even know why I just told y'all that. Why did I tell you that? I don't know. Shit. I'm finna go. I'm sleepy. I'm gonna take me a nap. Because I told y'all that whole story and I don't even have an ounce of a clue why. Oh Lord, I'll start yawning. I don't have an ounce of a clue why I told you guys that. Yeah, I'm not getting that. But we're not really wine drinkers like that. But I was like, okay, I wanted to try the Snoop Dogg because I had saw it before. And I want to try the E40. E40 has a new wine or something. Tequila. He got something. I want to try his and I want to try Kevin Hart's. Kevin Hart has a tequila. I'm not really a tequila drinker, but I can tell cheap alcohol when I taste it. So I want to try that. I think I want to like try all of the um celebrities. Does that make me sound like an alcoholic to say I want to try all the celebrity alcohols? I don't even drink like that. I think that would get on my nerves. But I do want to try like some products, some of them. I should have filmed the one from yesterday because I don't know if he just has one. I'm pretty sure he has to have more than one, right? Oh yeah. Okay. So he has the Cali Rose blend, the Cali Red. He has a he has a Martha Stewart Chardonnay. He has a lot of them. Maybe I'll try one of the other ones. Maybe I'll try maybe I'll try some of the other ones and see if I like them. Cause he has a prisoner red. I'm not trying no more of the reds. Cause um I don't like red. Maybe I'll try the Cali Rose. Is rose sweet? Oh, it's generally dry and often have more sweetness. Oh, okay. Okay, it's sweet. It's sweet. So I might try that. Oh, Moscato is sweeter than rose, and rose is drier. And I don't like dry wine. So I probably ain't gonna like that one either. So if you don't have no Moscato, I ain't doing that. I also drink vodka rum. Is that two different things or one thing? See, that show you. Do you mix the two together, or is there a vodka rum? Girl, you don't want to see that. It would have to. It would have. It would be really fun if it was me and my husband. Like if we drunk like a whole bottle of wine in a show. No, because I'll probably get sick. And I don't think y'all want to see that. I probably would get sick. I don't know. I can't drink a lot. That upsets my stomach because I got IBS. I think that would trigger my IBS. But I think it would be fun if we, you know, just tried out some different brands. But I will look and see because the our Safeway has a Snoop Dogg shelf, you know, display. Okay. Okay. Vodka and rum. Okay. Uh, she said, you don't have to drink the whole bottle, girl. Just taste it. Yeah, that's probably what we would do. No, Gizmo's not really sedity. He legit does have allergies. So he's really not where I thought he was just being bougie at first. He's not really being bougie. I mean he really does have allergies. And can you imagine if you were a human and you had to eat grain free, corn free, chicken free, broth free? If if it would be like us on a very bland diet, that's what he's on. And Gizmo is used to eating chicken, steak, rice, gravy, crab, shrimp. pancakes, sausage, eggs, grits, cream of wheat. Gizmo would, like his breakfast, I would always give him just like a little tiny bit of cream of wheat, a little piece of sausage, and a little bit of egg. I would, put that on the side of his food, and he would be like, like he eating breakfast like regular people. But he can't do that now because he um he has food allergies. So we have to really be careful what he eats. And the fact that his fur is starting to grow back since we've put him on this limited diet. I don't want to like give him the whole thing. Oh, you doing keto? I thought people had stopped doing keto. I thought people, was getting sick from doing that, so they like stopped doing it. I don't know. I'm always like keto was something I when I saw like I was watching a lot of keto videos for a minute, and I saw what they were eating, and I was like, my stomach can't let me do that. It's just I don't know. I don't want to do that because I already be had. I don't think I want to throw my body into ketosis, even though I have really good blood sugar. My A1C is perfect. My A1C is checked like every 6 months to a year to because of my thyroid to make sure that I'm not like pre-diabetic or my A1C is somewhere crazy where it's not supposed to be. So I like don't want to try to throw my body into ketosis and throw it into something else. Yeah, see, I wouldn't want to put myself on a diet where would limit the vegetables that I eat because I would prefer vegetables sometimes over meat. So I know I couldn't do it. And if I want fruit, I want fruit. If I want a nice fruit salad or some watermelon or cantaloupe or, whatever is in season, because I got to give me some peaches and nectarines. Yeah. I don't know. I ain't been losing no weight though. I have been gaining weight, and I told my doctor about, that I've been gaining weight, and he said to see if just increasing my exercise, and that probably is my problem. I'm not walking as much as I used to. So he said to try to, increase my exercise and see how that works out. Because I don't really think I eat that much. Now, I could be, and it just don't seem like it's a lot to me. I think that the only time that I really eat off, my regular schedule is on the weekends. And so that's only Saturday and Sunday when I might eat a little more or, more calories than normal, but I don't think I do during the week. Yeah, that's the only time I cheat. Is on the weekends. Well, I'm finna go, y'all. We've been over here. We've been on here for an hour and 30 minutes. If anything interesting happen, I'll come back. If it don't, I won't. And T-Mobile people, I'm calling your corporate office. I'm gonna call your corporate office because I want to tell them what happened too. I most definitely am. Because you know how some of these companies have people monitor their social media, and when they see their name in the title, they'll be like, oh shit. So if y'all come across this video, I'm calling your corporate office today. I didn't already call the local branch of the T-Mobile, the T-Mobiles that I went to. I didn't already called them. So I'm about to call your corporate office and let them know what happened. I sure am. Because you're not just going to talk shit and mess up my phone and think I'm not going to snitch. I sure am. Because if it was me, if I had did it, they'd have snitched on me. They sure would have. They'd have been out there on TikTok and everything trying to get me fired. So I'm going to snitch on them. As soon as we hang up, I'm about to go look for the 800 number for T-Mobile and talk to the corporate peoples and tell them how the T-Mobile customer service reps is acting out here in these streets. I surely am. So I will see y'all later. I love you guys. Thank y'all for showing up. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.